Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Help us engage in meaningful discussion, allow us to grow closer as a group, and nurture the bonds of community. And please, always make us aware that we are here to serve residents of Cass County. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Lawrence.
Here.
Commissioner Leyland.
Present.
Commissioner Locke.
Here.
Chair Jones. Commissioner Howie.
Present.
Commissioner Barrera.
Present.
Commissioner Marchetti.
Here.
And Commissioner Lee.
Here. Everybody's present. Before I open the floor for public comment, just remember this is for agenda items only, and you have 3 minutes. Floor is now open for public comment. Floor is now closed for public comment. Do we have any additions or deletions to the agenda?
Yes.
Chair,
Yes.
I move that we remove R-119-2024 from the agenda.
119-2024.
Okay,
They have a motion on the floor and the support. Now discussion. Yes, ma'am.
can we move that to new business, number 8, under new business, number 9, excuse me, under new business?
You good with moving that to new business, or you want it stricken
I want it
from
stricken from the agenda.
stricken from the agenda period?
Yep.
RJ, I'm gonna have to resort to you.
We vote on
All right.
it.
All
We
right.
wanna,
There it is.
well, we could amend this, so here's our options. We could amend his presentation, his motion, to say, okay, we want to put under new business,
Mhm.
pass or fail the amendment, and then just pass or fail the motion. So you could amend what he presented, so we could have it removed from the consent agenda and put under new business as 9. Or sorry, it would be,
Yeah.
it'd be 9. And then if that amendment passes, that gets put on, then you vote on it as amended, so that it'll move. Then we'll vote on the agenda as amended.
So we need somebody to amend his motion if they want to.
Yeah.
She's amending it, we're currently amending it, so we want to move to amend this.
I move to amend the motion,
Mhm.
put it under new business as number 9.
Second.
Have motion on the floor and support. Any other discussion on the amendment to Jim's motion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
Nay.
So we got 2 nays and the ayes have it. So now we're good with that, and we just,
So,
and now we're
we
gonna,
gotta move to have it moved. So now it's a motion as amended on the floor.
Yeah.
We vote to pass or fail it, and then it'll be moved under new business if it passes, or it won't be removed at all from this if
yeah.
it fails.
So is Roseanne's and your second still stand, or do we need another?
No, there's none of that. It's
There's none of that?
on discussion.
All right,
And so if this passes, it will go under new business.
got it.
If this fails, it'll stay under the consent agenda.
All right. So we need to have a motion for it
No,
then.
it's already moved.
It's already moved.
We vote.
All right, so now we vote for that. Yeah, have a roll call, please.
This is a roll call to place it under new businesses.
Number 9.
So if you
Yeah.
say yes, you're placing under new business. If you say no, it's staying under the consent agenda.
Commissioner Lawrence,
Yes.
Commissioner Leyland,
Yes.
Commissioner Locke. Yes. Chair Jones,
Yes.
Commissioner Cowan. Yes. Commissioner Barrera,
Yes.
Commissioner Marquetti.
Yes.
And Commissioner Lee.
Yes.
All right.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
I would like to add, under new business, item number 10, Market 1 discussion.
All right. So we got number 9 as the one and number 10 for yours.
Is that need to have a motion brought forward for that?
Should that be a motion?
Yeah, so he moved.
We need support.
We need support for that.
Support.
Motion on the floor and support. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Market 1.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
I move to approve the agenda as amended.
Second.
Motion on the floor and support. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. All right. Whew. First recognition, R114. Yeah, R114, 2024, resolution recognizing years of service for Commissioner Ryan Leyland.
So
Mr.
moved.
Chair. Mr. Chair.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a resolution, whereas Ryan Leyland was elected to the Cass County Board of Commissioners in 2020 And whereas Mr. Leyland previously served the Sheriff's Office as a part-time Marine officer from 2007 to 2009 and as a security officer for Southwest Michigan College from 2009 to 2018. Whereas Mr. Leyland has served on the board for 4 years and presently represents District 1. And whereas Mr. Leyland has represented the county and its constituents on many boards and commissions, including the Capital Projects Committee, the Surplus Property Committee, the Parks and Recreation Commission, and the Connexus Board, as well as various others. And whereas Mr. Leyland was instrumental in overseeing the renovation of the Cass County Courthouse, and whereas Mr. Leyland served as Vice Chair on the Board of Commissioners in 2023. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Cass County Board of Commissioners recognizes Mr. Leyland for his years of service on the Board of Commissioners, and be it further resolved that the Board of Commissioners wishes Commissioner Leyland all the best in the years ahead. And I move that we approve this resolution.
Support.
Motion on the floor and support. Any discussion? Have a roll,
Abstaining from this vote?
of course. Roll call, please.
Chair Jones?
Yes.
Commissioner Howie? Commissioner Barrera?
Yes.
Commissioner Marquetti?
Yes.
Commissioner Lee?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawrence?
Yes.
And Commissioner Locke?
Yes.
All right, resolution passes. The next one that'll be read by RJ is R115 2024, resolution recognizing years of service for Commissioner Joyce Locke.
Yep. So Resolution 115, 2024 for Joyce Locke. This is a resolution by the Board of Commissioners. Whereas Joyce Locke was elected to the Cass County Board of Commissioners in 2024. And whereas Ms. Locke has served on the board for 2 years and presently represents District 3. And whereas Mrs. Locke has represented the county and her constituents on many boards and commissions, including the Policy Committee, Appointments Committee, the Parks and Recreation Board, and the Woodlands Board, as well as various others. And now therefore be it resolved that the Cass County Board of Commissioners recognizes Mrs. Locke for her years of service on the Board of Commissioners, and be it further resolved that the board wishes Commissioner Locke all the best in her years ahead. Adopted this day on this 19th day of December 2024 by unanimous consent.
You so move.
I so move. Support.
Motion on the floor, support. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
He moved it by unanimous.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
This is,
Yeah.
we have it on its file.
You,
So if
you
no one
got
rejects,
me.
you can
All
just
right.
Yeah, if no one rejects, we just go.
Picture time. That's funny. He did it by unanimous written, right? Yeah, I don't know how he did that. He's a parliamentarian. All right, number 3 is R116 2024. It's a resolution recognizing years of service for Commissioner Mary Howie.
All right, so we have resolution by the Board of Commissioners, whereas Mary Howie was elected to the Cass County Board of Commissioners in 2022, and whereas Mrs. Howie has served on the board for 2 years and presently represents District 5, and whereas Mrs. Howie has represented the county and her constituents on many boards and commissions, including the Policy Committee, the Salary Committee, the Area Agency on Aging, and the Solid Waste Planning Committee, and Van Buren Cass Board of Health, as well as various others. And now therefore be it resolved that the Cass County Board of Commissioners recognizes Mrs. Howie's for her years of service to the Board of Commissioners, and be it further resolved that the board wishes Commissioner Howie all the best in the years ahead. I so move.
Support.
Motion on the floor and support. Any discussion? Other than nobody knows how to do that parliamentary trick. Hearing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Locke?
Yes.
Chair Jones?
Yes.
Commissioner Howie? Would you like to abstain?
I vote on my own.
No.
You can, or you can abstain.
I'll abstain.
Okay. Commissioner Barrera,
Yes.
Commissioner Marquetti,
Yes.
Commissioner Lee,
Yes.
Commissioner Leyland,
Yes.
and Commissioner Lawrence.
Yes.
Now for the long one. Number 4 is R-117, 2024, resolution recognizing the many years of service for Richard J. Banky. Whereas Sheriff Richard J. Banky has faithfully served our community for 38 years and should be honored for his many contributions to Cass County. He started his law enforcement career with the Marcellus Police Department in 1986 after graduating from Ferris State College, now university, with a BS in criminal justice. Go Bulldogs. In April 1987, Richard J. Banky joined the Cass County Sheriff's Office as a road patrol deputy, and he became a field training officer before they formerly had field training officers. In 1993, he was promoted to sergeant and oversee the community policing. In 1999, Sergeant Banky began overseeing dispatch and 911 before they formerly had dispatch coordinators. And in 2002, he was promoted to lieutenant and directed the design for the current 911 EMS building. In 2003, in recognition of his leadership and contributions to the Sheriff Department, Lieutenant Banky was appointed by former Sheriff Joseph Underwood to serve as Cass County Undersheriff, a position he remained in until former Sheriff Underwood's retirement in 2016. Also in that year, our Cass County community elected Richard J. Banky to serve as Cass County Sheriff for a term starting on January 1st, 2017. Richard J. Banky is participating in ongoing professional development training, leadership roles to benefit our community, including his completion of the FBI Police Executive Development Program, Executive Management Program at Northwestern University, the Michigan Sheriff Association Board from 2017 to 2020, and 23 to 24, and as board member for the State 911 Board from 2016 to 2024. Richard J. Banky has actively participated in many valuable programs for the benefit of Cass County, including the Bloodhound Tracking Program, Police K-9, Jail Ministry, Victims Advocate, Shop with a Cop, No Shave November, and Adopt a Family, and just to name a few. Richard J. Banky has been a good partnership to all the other elected officials, offering us support, encouragement, humor, and modeling effective leadership for other leaders and our community. Richard J. Banky has collaborated with community agencies and groups working for the good of all of our citizens, supporting local initiatives through organizations such as the Cass County Shrine Club, Carl and Sarah Ross's Jail Ministry, Feed the Hungry, Council on Aging, CONSA, MI Life in Numbers, Dowagiac Area Museum, Lee Memorial Hospital, VFW, Moose Lodge, Lions Club, and Rotary, just to name a few. Richard J. Banky has started a golf outing as a fundraiser for Cass County Sheriff's Officers Scholarship to benefit area youth, enabling them to pursue vocational and educational goals, and this fundraiser has continued for over 25 years. Sheriff Richard J. Banky has brought innovative programming and partnership to Cass County, demonstrated his collaboration with Cass County problem-solving courts, Wayne State, Woodlands, and other community partners to facilitate the provision of MAT, and that's the medication-assisted treatment, in our jail and other therapeutic interventions to address the underlying causation of involvement with the criminal justice system, to provide opportunities for persons to turn their lives around while ensuring accountability and safety for the citizens we serve. Whereas Sheriff Richard J. Banky's extensive public service and contributions to Cass County, his hardworking and dedicated official, will be greatly missed. Therefore, be it resolved that the Cass County Board of Commissioners hereby recognizes and we thank and congratulate Richard J. Banky for his years of dedication and meritorious service on behalf of the citizens of Cass County, and we wish him all the best in his retirement. Signed today by me and Monica McMichael, the Clerk Register and the Chair of the Board of Commissioners. Come on up here, Sheriff. I so move.
I support.
Oh, yeah. You know, that's how I wanted to do it. Have roll call, please.
Commissioner Howie,
Yes.
Commissioner Barrera,
Yes.
Commissioner Marquetti,
Yes.
Commissioner Lee,
Yes.
Commissioner Leyland,
Yes.
Commissioner Lawrence,
Yes.
Commissioner Locke,
Yes.
and Chair Jones.
Yes. Resolution passes.
Can I take the mic for a second?
Yes, sir. But you gotta meet it, you can't leave with
What's that?
it. You can take it, but you can't leave with it.
Okay. I'm just, the font on this is so small, I can't read it.
That's why I stayed seated.
Thank you very much for this resolution, and that's a lot of stuff, but I enjoyed every minute of it. Enjoyed being part of the sheriff's office. Sheriff Northrup hired me. I'm the last person still working that Sheriff Northrup hired 37 years ago. And thank him for the opportunity to be part of the sheriff's office. And then Sheriff Parrish, when he was the sheriff, and Sheriff Underwood, taking a chance on me and promoting me through the ranks that you just heard. So I appreciate all of them. Also appreciate Cass County. It's a wonderful place to work. It's a wonderful place to live. And I think Cass County is very lucky to be in the place that it is right now. One thing that wasn't on here, though, and just a fact I felt like I should share, is I've been coming to commissioner meetings for 21 years. 462 meetings I've been to. I've got better attendance than most commissioners. But it was rule number one with Sheriff Underwood was we must attend every commissioner's meeting, because if you're not, they're going to talk about you or they're going to do something. So you want to make sure you're there to witness it. So I've continued that as well. So I also want to thank my administrative team under Sheriff Roach, Tracy Monroe, Jen Robinson's here, John Shoup in the jail, and Jeff Johnson and the Road Patrol. They're what makes us successful applying that team. So really appreciate them. So thank you very much. And not going anywhere. Everybody thinks I'm going to go to Florida or something like that. I'm going to be right here in Cass County, because I told you it's a great place to live. So thank you much.
All right, Elite, you got to follow that. Y'all might want to wait. No, go. You all have the floor. Push the button there. There you go.
Yeah, that is a tough act to follow. Thank you. So I'm Jack Whitman. I was the project manager for the renovation of the facility. Jeff Copenhafer, superintendent on the project. I can confidently say this was just such a wonderful project for us. Coming in, and the building was in pretty serious disrepair. I mean, right outside these doors, there was rain coming in all the way down to the first floor. So it was pretty overwhelming to look at the concept sketches and to see where it was when we first came in to where it is now. There were many opportunities along the way to see that history, to see the materials, to respect the building, and it was really neat to see some of the artifacts that were saved that are downstairs. You've got the chairs down the hall, the railing, and those different things. So in that spirit, we had preserved some items for a gift for the county. And so with that, I'll let Jeff take over.
So it's just a token of our appreciation for letting us be the facilitators of your renovation. A couple of the things, I can give you a quick little rundown. It is, well, we can just show them and then I can describe, I guess.
Wow. Wow. If you all could pick that up and show
Yeah.
yeah, and turn it around so we can show our community.
Where did that come from?
I think he's about to tell us.
That way it's not.
That is awesome.
So do you want to speak to the materials? Or?
Yeah, so the building's gone through a couple of renovations, a couple of additions. So I tried to save as much stuff and use it together as what I could. I came up with this. So the hose is from the fire suppression system when they revamped it in 1975. So the hose and that kind of stuff is from that. And then the frame itself is made from the balusters, the handrail of the old courthouse, or the old court that was here in front. I just started to put some stuff together to, like I said.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah, that's really, really nice. We appreciate it. That's a piece of our history. Yeah, we all have a connection there. That's great.
He told me about the concept, and I was like, oh, that sounds really great. In my head, I was thinking, American flag, and then he was showing me little pictures, and I'm like, yeah, that'll look great.
Now it's something that two grown men need to use to carry.
Get it out of the truck, put the tailgate down.
You all gonna hang it? You all gonna hang it up for us too?
Yep.
We'd like to have it right there.
That we were hanging it downstairs on the first floor, right outside of Veterans.
That would be even better yet. That would be better yet.
Yeah.
Because we all fought for that flag, so absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll work that out. Yeah, we'll work it out. So thank you, gentlemen. Yeah. I don't know, where are we gonna put that mug in the meantime? Tonight? Oh, I heard it. I heard the drills down there. All right.
Yeah, so you'll see it when the meeting's over. It'll be on the first floor.
All right. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you again.
Thank you so much.
If we hear a bunch of crashing and hollering, we know y'all tripped and fell down.
We'll come running. We'll come running. Oh, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, guys, again.
Thank you.
All right. Vice Chair Barrera.
I move the above listed items to be voted on at one time by roll call vote and be considered as the consent agenda by the Board of Commissioners.
Second.
Motion on the floor and support. Any discussion? Have a roll call, please.
Commissioner Barrera,
Yes.
Commissioner Marquetti,
Yes.
Commissioner Lee,
Yes.
Commissioner Lawrence,
Yes.
Commissioner Leyland,
Yes.
Commissioner Locke,
Yes.
Chair Jones,
Yes.
and Commissioner Howie.
Yes.
Consent agenda passes. District 1,
I just hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and a great New Year.
Commissioner Lawrence.
And I vote the same thing that Brian Leyland did. I hope that everybody has a very good Christmas and a safe one. And I would also like to mention that in the Southwest Community Action Agency, they are, if you know somebody that needs help with a place to stay, that needs help with food, that needs help in various ways, get in touch with the Southwest Community Action Agency, because they are, I was really impressed with this board. They are very well organized, and they do a lot of good in the community. So keep that in mind. Matter of fact, remember this number, because this number can help folks as well. 211. If you remember 211, they can get help from that number. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Locke. Commissioner Howie.
This piggyback probably.
Hit your button. Can't hear you.
I would
encourage everyone to support Helping Hands. Fantastic organization. They have outreach programs. They have a pantry to feed the senior citizens and people that don't have enough to eat. They're looking to expand, so they need some help. So if anybody could come forward and help Helping Hands so that they can have longer hours open in the evening so people can come and get food and donate your items. They can always use clothes. It is just a fantastic organization. So please, I encourage you, please help Helping Hands.
Thank you. That's my mother's second home. Commissioner Barrera.
I would just like to make everyone aware that on Gumwood and US 12, there's MDOT is placing a stoplight, not a stop sign, but an actual stoplight. So just want to caution everyone who's going through that intersection, and please be careful, look both ways and pay attention to that new intersection that's there. And besides that, just have a Merry Christmas.
Commissioner Marquetti.
I have a little bit, that Edwardsburg Chamber Cookie Walk, which was to be held on December 5th, was severely hampered by that weather that we had. But Saturday, the Edwardsburg Fire Department had its Cocoa with Santa, and it was a big event with lots of kids, hot dogs, chips, popcorn, and of course, cocoa. Before that event, I helped with the elf scavenger hunt in Cassopolis, and we had an elf in this building, and we had tons of kids and moms and dads, and a lot of people came into the courthouse that had not seen it before, and they were very complimentary. That same day was Christmas with the Animals, which is always a great occasion, thanks to Ron Butts. Niles Area Transportation Study met November 26th, and we approved the MDOT safety targets, which we do every year. The Board of Public Works met on December 11th, and Alan Smacka presented us with the Bankston Lake Sewer Project. They will hook up to LASA, Lakes Area Sewer Authority. The engineering will be in 2025, construction in 2026. The project, which has been discussed for 2 years, was assisted by our own Jeff Van Bell. This board will receive complete information for our part in the project, and we will have a part. There will be resolutions we will need to pass. The Planning Commission met last night, and Rebecca Harvey and McKenna presented the draft on the updated master plan. The Planning Commission is to review the draft and get back together on January 22nd, and we'll discuss any changes or revisions. Then they make those changes that we recommend, if we recommend any, and then that draft, the new draft, goes out for 63 days for comment, and you all will have a chance to see it. The Southwest Michigan Planning Commission met on Tuesday, December 17th, and Michigan MEC was the winner of the Graham Woodhouse Award for collaboration with Penn Township, Village of Cass, and Cass County on the Smart Park. The Southwest Michigan Planning Commission procured a $20 million grant to improve Benton Harbor and other parts of Berrien County. This morning, starting at 8 o'clock, we were at the Edwardsburg Food Pantry, and by 11:30, we had given out in excess of 170. Everybody got 2 bags, 170 people. They got, if we had any leftover turkeys from Thanksgiving, which were frozen, they got that. They got hams, they got towel sets, they got blankets, and if they had children, there were toys and wrapping paper for them. So we had a lot of happy people. And that's it from me.
Commissioner Lee.
I've got nothing at this time.
All right.
Can I add one more to mine, please?
Please.
Go Irish.
Oh, no. Strike that from the record. With pleasure. Yes, strike that from the record. How dare you? Where's the sheriff at? Oh, man. We're out of control. All right. Reeling us back in for the administrator's report. The phone system, we have updates for the county, have been completed for the Ring Central project. That includes all the buildings except for the 911 building. That project will occur in 2025. The fiscal year 24 audit is underway. The preliminary on-site portion of the audit began here in the county on December 12th and 13th, and we'll be working with the auditor to complete the necessary work to finalize that over the coming months. The class comp study kickoff meetings with employees were held on the 16th and 17th. Elected officials and department heads to submit the final job descriptions to the Administrator's office by the 6th of January. Employees will then use those to complete job analysis questionnaires by the 21st of January. Those will be reviewed and then returned to the Administrator's office by the 3rd of February. Mark is anticipating on being on site for elected officials / department head meetings in March. The EPA Brownfield grant was worked on with Fishbeck to apply for an EPA Brownfield grant again this year. We didn't get the one we applied for last year, but they are hopeful that we might have success the next time around. And then we will know later if this spring, if it is awarded. Other than that, happy holidays. Wishing all the residents of our great county and our amazing county staff a very happy holiday. If anybody has any questions or anything for the administration department, you can get with me, HR, or Jen after this meeting. All right. County partners. Mr. Road Commission. You're good.
Okay. Wanted to bring you up to date on a couple things. We get calls, and I like to help you have a better understanding of how we answer them. Of course, recently we've had small snowfalls, which are the worst. It's very frustrating to go out and spread salt for 1-2 inches of snow. Our policy says 2 inches. So we've been out 3 times, and Mother Nature comes along a couple days later and does a much better job than we ever could and takes care of it. The frustrating part about that is, you spend the money, and we all have more things that we need to spend money on, and that money goes to something that doesn't last very long. It's like flowers, they just don't last very long. But we'll keep doing it. We have questions, about the gravel roads. The gravel roads obviously haven't frozen, and you don't dare put salt or anything on those. They turn to mush, and so we don't usually touch them unless we have to. And people just, they don't realize that. Why aren't you on the gravel roads like you're on the others? They don't want the outcome if we're on the gravel roads under these conditions. They just don't know it. So we try to convey that message so that people have a better understanding. First roundabout accident, the sheriff said speed might have been a factor. He's always full of great quotes. The lady straddled the island and put her car right up on the top in the middle. And we have pictures. We haven't framed them yet, but we'll do something with them. Unfortunately, we had the first accident at Daly and Pokagon since we made it a 4-way. That was in August, if you'll remember. So 4 months, 1 accident. That beats the heck out of the data that we brought to you when we initiated that. So I'm happy with that. I think it'll continue. As Sam reported, MDOT, who we've bothered since we started the roundabout project for the light, because we knew all we were doing was moving the problems from the roundabout area up to 12 in Gumwood. We did, and people are not patient and aren't willing to wait, and so they pull out and bad things happen. And so finally yesterday, as Sam reported, they started the installation of that light. They're working on the budget for a roundabout at that location. Best information I've been given is 28, 29 that might show up in the budget. MDOT's budgets are like federal highway monies. They're out 4 or 5 years all the time. So that's understandable. Now our big challenge really is, if you've paid attention, we had another accident last evening at Bell and 12. So as the activity moves out away from that metropolitan area, as it grows, we're seeing the signs of what comes with the growth of a metropolitan area. And if you look at those folks that have provided input or opinions on what's happening, a lot of them are not happy because we're stopping traffic on a state highway. They don't want to stop. They want to get where they're going. So once again, it really isn't what's in the best interest of our motoring public and what's the safest. It's all about me and what I want to do, and I want to get there quickly and not have to slow down. Doesn't work in our business. Our business is about safety, and we try to address that first and foremost. So those changes are coming, folks, and it's frankly a reaction, and I don't like to be reaction driven, but that's how this world works when you're talking about traffic safety. I would like to tell you that for the holiday season, we have an employee fund that people contribute to all year long, and we provide monies to 4 food pantries, and also the residents at the medical care facilities that don't have families. We get the names and we find out their needs, and the guys go and deliver those things, and it's just so exciting to see the reactions of those folks. And it doesn't take a lot to make a person happy and blessed, and we ought to keep that in mind. So I'm proud of our employees for putting that money together over the year, and then doing something with it. On a little sadder note, maybe, but still positive, we have an employee in the throes of cancer treatment, and so the employees at our recent meeting said, you know, doggone it, we do these other things outside of here. We need to make sure we do things inside of here, and they're collecting money for our employee in that situation. And I'm absolutely taken back by the amount that's been collected so far. And there's more pledged tomorrow. So I'm just proud of our group for thinking that way and then doing more than just thinking about it, actually getting it done. And so with that, as we've all said, let's have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
Sheriff, anything else for us? All right, thank you. Prosecutor, Mary, are you going to fill in for Vic? Okay, thank you. Judge Beeler?
No, thank you.
Drain Commissioner?
Just wanted to thank Commissioner Leyland for serving on the Indian Lake Governmental Lake Board. When we got that going, it was quite the task at hand. I was the chair, and you can't really effectively chair something if you do not have the support, so I thank you for that. Commissioner Howie, I thank you for serving on the Stone Lake Board. Thank goodness I don't have to chair that one, but it is a thankless job, and I appreciate that. And Commissioner Locke for serving on our Parks Board, which now is, I'm glad you're staying on, is now we're having an exciting time. We finally have the grant, and some improvements are going to be made out at Lawless. So I just wanted to thank the 3 of you for that, because a lot of people don't understand what goes into all that, but I fully understand it. Thank you.
Treasurer Anderson. Madam Clerk. All right. New business M159 2024. The motion to schedule the organizational meeting for January 9th, 2024 at 5 p.m. We are suggested we change that because it's one day after the holiday, and we want everybody to be here because that's one of the most important meetings that we have this year. So I move that we change our meeting.
Support.
Motion on the floor and support. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. M160 2024 is a motion to approve the Cass County Land Bank Authority Blight Elimination Grant funding to advance the request from general fund up to amount not to exceed $2 million. I'm on that board, and we we're getting reimbursed for it, and it's guaranteed, so I don't see any issues with that, and I move that we move that forward. We do that also. Motion on the floor and support. Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? M161, 2024 is motion to appoint Dwight Dyes to the Cass County Road Commission to a term expiring 12/31/2030. I didn't move.
I'll move.
All right. Motion on the floor and support. Do we have any discussion?
Is this a renewal of a term?
No, it's a new appointment. And we talked to Mr. Thompson and the other board, and they all unanimously recommend that Dwight's on their board.
Okay, so would we have to go through the committee of the whole first, or does it go through the business meeting?
We went through the appointments committee, and then I think we did talk about it at the last committee of the whole.
It would have been on the committee of the whole that was canceled. And because the positions on the agenda today need to be filled based after on the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. This one I'm familiar with also. It's the Resolution 120, 2024 is a resolution to amend the Environmental Health Code. Quickly, there's a plume just northeast of Wolf Lake in Kalamazoo County, and it borders Van Buren County, and the wells that are there, if there's a big mess, so the health department has to approve the wells before they're dug, and there's provisions after that. How does that relate to Cass County? We have a South County landfill, and it's not a plume there, but there's a whole bunch of methane, I'm told, and in the future, if we do have a problem, we already have the resolution in place to mirror what we're doing in Cass County as the Board of Health. So that's the gist of it. And we recommend that from the Board of Health, and I'm the chair of that board. So we need to move that here for Cass County to protect our citizens and their wells down there at South County landfill. So I move that we approve this. Motion on the floor and support. Any other discussion? Yeah, the resolution, yeah. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Marquetti?
Yes.
Commissioner Lee?
Yes.
Commissioner Lawrence?
Yes.
Commissioner Leyland?
Yes.
Commissioner Locke?
Yes.
Chair Jones?
Yes.
Commissioner Howie?
Yes.
And Commissioner Barrera.
Yes.
Resolution passes. Next one is M162, 2024 is a motion to approve fiscal year 25 budget adjustment for the secondary road patrol.
I'll make a motion. Second.
Motion on the floor and support. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. M163, 2024 is a motion to approve request from Cass County Clinic for naloxone vending machines in the amount of $13,071 to be paid via the opioid settlement fund.
I'll make a motion. Second.
Motion on the floor and support. Any discussion? It's a good thing. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. M164-2024, motion to appoint Gary Bundle to the Cass County District Library Board to an unexpired term ending December 31st, 2026.
I'll second that. I'll support.
A motion, support. Got it. Yeah, that's my fault from the first four. Yes, ma'am.
Is someone resigned from the board? Because it says it's an unexpired term. So I thought it's not very well.
Yeah, he was here, but he had to leave because he had other, but
Does anyone know this is
when it came to the appointments committee, the library had told us that somebody was leaving. I don't remember the name of the person leaving, and that Gary Bundle was replacing them. So they recommended that he would be on their board. I don't know if Joyce and Jim, they're on that board also, if you all have any input. That's how I remember it.
Yeah, I just was told.
Yeah, because when we get things for the appointment committee, we always reach out to that board, and if they don't have a problem with it, neither do I, or the board members. All right, any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Number 8, motion to allocate remaining $15,800 to CSLFRF program funds toward the Robin Grant match.
I'll make the motion.
Support.
Motion on the floor and support. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Number 9. Number 9 is the Resolution 119-2024, resolution establishing commissioner's salary schedule for 2025 to 2028, the next 4 years. Going once.
I'll bring forward that. I'll make that motion.
All right, motion on the floor and support. Now I assume that we'll have discussion.
So,
Chairman,
go ahead.
Yes, sir.
I move to amend this resolution, and then I'll read it for the sake of Hanukkah.
Thank you.
So I would now read, if this amendment passes, under background, it would read through adjusted during the term, and then it would strike out 2 options for reviewed, including one-time increase, as well as a percentage increase per year. The one-time increase would constitute a $1,500 annual increase for all commissioners, and so that would be cut out. The 2 options all the way through and then it would reread after during the term. Therefore, an additional $500 for the vice chair and $1,000 for the chair will be added for those commissioners who serve in those positions. And then it'll say under financial analysis, overall this would increase costs in the budget by $1,500 annually. And then under the resolution portion of it, it would change the board chair salary under January 1st to December 31st from the $21,000 to $19,500. The vice chair would say $19,000, and then the other commissioners would remain at $18,500. And that is the amendment that I bring forward.
I support that amendment.
All right. Motion on the floor and support. And that amendment, we don't have to do a roll call since it's a resolution. Yeah, then we'll do it. All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So the amendment passes. Now, roll call for the resolution, please.
Okay.
As amended. So he said that where the commissioners don't get a raise, the only thing that's changing is the chair gets the extra $1,000 and the vice chair gets the extra $500, and the total impact is $1,500 per year, and that's it. That's what we're voting on.
So our 11924, everything will stay the same other than the dollar amounts here.
So,
You got to turn your mic on.
So the board chair would get 19,000. 1,500. The vice chair would get 19,000, and the commissioners would remain at 18,500.
Yes, if this passes.
Okay, I would like to comment that this will mean that the commissioners will not have had a raise for 6 years. And also, if you took a good look at the at what Beth sent us about what other counties, there were 63 counties on that, and of the 63 counties, there were 3 counties, Cass was one of them, that get no benefits. So keep that in mind if you're going to vote on this. And if you're going to vote, keep that in mind. If those 2 things, number 1, 6 years without a raise, and the fact that we get no benefits at all, and of the 63 counties that were presented in what Beth sent us, we're one of 3 counties that gets no benefits. So, think about it.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Commissioner Barrera,
Yes.
Commissioner Marquetti,
No.
Commissioner Lee,
Yes.
Commissioner Leyland,
No.
Commissioner Lawrence,
Yes.
Commissioner Locke,
No.
Chair Jones,
Nope.
Commissioner Howie.
Yes.
So I have 4 yes and 4 no. Tie vote means it fails.
So nothing happens. So nothing
Was
happens.
that the vote on the amendment, or was that the vote on the?
No, that was the vote on the actual
That was the vote on the
resolution.
actual resolution.
Stay as we are.
So we stay as we are.
So there's no berries even for the chair and vice chair.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, $1,000 would be all right. Well, all right, moving on. Number 10, Market One discussion. Commissioner Leyland, you are up.
I had a discussion point of Market One to the agenda, so each commissioner present that would like to speak on it could so do. My biggest concern is we've asked numerous times and trying to get a report from Zach, the executive director, just basically what Market One is doing inside of Cass County, what our money is going towards. Just give us as simple as a monthly email, let us know what companies they're talking to, what type of things they're doing. I mean, obviously there's things we can't be told and we all understand that. And it resorted to getting a quarterly report the last 2 quarters. And then the second thing is I will be bringing a vacancy to that board with my end of term. So I need to be replaced on that board. And please correct me if I'm wrong, of all of our commissioners. Has anybody seen Zach in front of us discussing the board member replacement for that board of directors? So we have not formally talked about it as a board or discussed it. And Zach has gone and the board of directors for Market One's already picked their replacement board member. And I'm not going to name names, but somebody sitting at this table up front. And I don't personally agree with that because that's not the way things should be done. It should be discussed by this board to choose the member that they send to represent the county on that board. So that's why I put it as a discussion item if anybody has anything else.
Yes. I actually had a meeting with Market One today with a business owner. The meeting, in my opinion, was not a good one. I felt like they were not offering really any help. They were just giving lip service. And it's no secret that I've complained for the last 2 years about we're paying them almost $10,000 a month for what? There's 2 other business owners that I've been talking with. Steve from Holding Green, for one. They had approached him early on, and then he did not hear anything because I talked to him about this. And then so I come forth and I complain about this and everything, and then all of a sudden they contact him and they do a presentation, and it's always the same presentations, not much about Cass. So now I contacted him again today, and he hasn't heard from them. So I think we're wasting our time with these people. I think they're helping other areas more than they are helping Cass County. The town itself, those business owners need help. I love going to the Holding Green. I love going to the Savage Bean. I love helping hands. They're not helping them at all. So in my opinion, I'd rather put the money towards an economic development group that we have and hire a grant writer that will help these business owners. I don't want the history of Cass County erased either. And I feel like that's what they're trying to do. So I'm really upset about this. We're just giving them money and they're not helping us.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
So this is one that I've been really torn about on several different factors. So like in my belief, government's function is to provide safety and security to the people, and that's it. However, you know, this doesn't actually participate in that belief. However, though, we are an aging population. Cass County is aging. Our children are leaving. They need job security here. So to me, that's been a challenge as far as trying to accept where I can meet on that like what I want the government to do versus what can be done to help the community. I had a township meeting, been about was it a week ago, and they discussed how they were getting help from Market One, and I was glad to hear that. In my thought process, I've been toiling with it. It's been really a hard decision for me. I'm still not for cutting them yet, though I do want to see more restrictions. I want more reporting, not just numbers. I would like them to give us more, these are the people that we reach out to, the amount of money we pay them, a quarterly report that's not just the numbers, but hey, look, these are the businesses that we've reached out to, these are the portion of the community we're helping. And I feel like that's something that they could present to us. So giving the current state, though I would like to see more out of them, I would push to continue to support them.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
I would not continue to support them, and mainly because I have not seen anything over the last 2 years that has benefited this county, and we have wasted money that we need in our budget. I mean, there's other things that we need other than an entity going around saying that, well, we're going to get you business in here, and we don't see anything. So they don't have my support.
I would like to comment that I do agree that the reporting aspect could be enhanced in several different ways, but as a member of the Economic Development Committee here at Cass County, we've been going through some rough times trying to get the committee up and running, just trying to get active participation. We have invited Zach to become part of that committee, and even before he was a voting member on the board, he was attending our meetings for quite some time. So I appreciate him for doing so. To say that we can just part ways with Market One and completely put this on the county, I just don't think that we're in the spot to do so at this very moment. And we went through a very significant change as of recently. We just need to take things one step at a time as we are right now and just kind of get back into a better position before we make any more drastic changes.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, ma'am.
I saw that Zach Morris sent us a report on it's strictly on Cass County. He sent it to us a couple of nights ago. It was dated October 30th. It was my understanding that it was sent to the EDC. I would like to have seen it. I never saw this report before.
I did specifically ask Administrator Newton to add that to our meeting.
And we never
that was not the first time I asked him to do that.
Okay, so at any rate, as I look at the report, I certainly feel that it's more than adequate. And I agree, we do. I want to give them another year. If we don't see what we want out of them, then yes, by all means, get rid of them. But I would like to see them get another year. Economic development isn't something that happens overnight. It's like gardening. You plant the seed, and you water it, and you fertilize it. And I know that they've helped CHT with their expansion. I know that they're working all the time with MEC, and I know that MEC was at the Southwest Michigan Planning Commission, and they have a number of people that are interested, and Zach is working with them. I don't want us to get rid of them just yet. I'd like to at least give them another year, and I think we can turn things around. I can stay on it. I'll tell you that during COVID, I hate to mention COVID, right? During COVID, that's when we first contracted with, it was called Market Van Buren at that time. And during COVID, Zach called me, and he said that the state had some money for small businesses. And 15 small businesses in Cass County got money during COVID. 3 of them I know in Edwardsburg, and they would have gone under. 2 of the people I know very well, and both of them have told me that if it hadn't been for that money, and it wasn't a tremendous amount, it was like $3,000-4,000. One of them told me it paid the mortgage for their company. So Mason Township has, it used to be called Days Limited, and now it's EQ United. And Zach and Mark O'Reilly, and Mark O'Reilly has moved on, and they came and they worked with Mason Township, and Days United bought the old AmeriCart, and we all were at their grand opening. Many of us were at their grand opening. We wouldn't have that in Mason Township if it weren't for Market One. So I think there's some good that they can do. I know that Ryan, your term is up at the end of the year, so I don't know that we would have heard anything until January about a new appointee.
We just made a list of appointments that need to sit next year, so.
Well, you're the kind of guy that's going to serve to the end of the year, right? So that's it for me.
Mr. Chair, I just want to clarify, my addition to the agenda was solely a Market One discussion.
So we're not voting on nothing?
It was solely a discussion.
All right.
To your point, Commissioner Marchetti, I just want to piggyback off that. Whenever we do get a report from Market One, I would like to see it included in our regular meeting minutes. Like I said, I've asked for that. I'm not sure why it doesn't happen, but there has been 1 or 2 that have come through that just weren't, I don't know, presented to the board. And I know that on the EDC, I've tried to kind of use the EDC as a way to communicate some of that, but we didn't even have a quorum half the time this year. So we have very rarely even met.
But we're working on that, hopefully. The REDC was really strong at one time, and I'd like to see it be as strong as it was again. You look out here at the village, and all that the village of Cassopolis has done, and that started at the EDC. That Imagine Cass, it started with the EDC, and all of the members of the EDC. We got hundreds of people to meetings, and all you need to do is look outside and see the result. It was the perfect storm for everything to fall into place at the right time.
I'm optimistic that the EDC will be back on its feet, and we're stacking it with some really good members. We have some good members on there now, so I'm really optimistic that 2025 will look better.
Thank you for serving on the EDC.
Anybody else? All right, so we're moving on. There won't be a closed session.
Oh.
Well, we had a timeline with that, and we can't have it. So we're going to have to move past that and reschedule it for January for next year. Yeah, we have to have been on the phone now in there, but I can't talk too much because that's a closed session. All right, any commissioner announcements or comments?
I'd like to say thank you, everybody. It was great working with all of you as commissioners, and it was a great 2 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Great
We
learning
enjoyed you.
experience, so I appreciate it. And I thank my district for electing me 2 years ago.
Yes, ma'am.
And all the elected I get to work with. Thank you for seeing what you guys actually do and what you put forth for the community. I thank you.
We enjoyed you, Joyce, and we love you. Any other announcements?
Yes. I would like to say also, it's been an honor and a privilege serving on the board. I decided not to run again because I've been called in another capacity to help in the community. I will run again in the future. I plan on it. You're not getting rid of me. Hopefully not. I'm not going away. But getting to know the elected and everyone, and working with not only my county, the 5th District, I had a chance to work with some of the other districts on issues that some of the residents had got to know a lot of people, really realized the need that people have, and some really great residents out there. I love Cass County. I'm very proud to live here. And I wish the new board good luck, God's grace, and always remember, we are servants. We
Yes,
are
ma'am.
servants.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, ma'am.
There are two people that have been, that have done tremendous jobs this year, and I think I would like to mention who they are. First of all, our clerk, Monica McMichael. If only, the only thing she ever did was the election. But aside from everything else that she does, she has done an outstanding job, and I just think that she needs to know that we all appreciate it. We don't say it often enough, but by golly, that election was something.
Yeah.
And the second person is Jennifer Renfro, because she has stepped up innumerable times. She recently won an award for her accounting. I just talked to one of the auditors, actually, is Alan Panter, the other day, and he couldn't say enough good things about her. This is another person that has gone above and beyond, and we really need to let her know how much we appreciate everything she does.
Oh, yeah. She's a Marine's wife, so she's got to perform well. Anybody else? All right, hearing none, we are adjourned.
So I got.